Thanks for joining us, folks, for this midweek NBA action on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. This crowd is really ready to roar in this Eastern Conference matchup for the Magic. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Celtics team. The previous season series split right down the middle. These teams were quite evenly matched.
And here we go. The first in what will be a 3-game season series between the two teams.
Yeah. And as things get ready to roll.
Well, Nick Vucevic is from a basketball family.
Big advantage, DA. Thanks.
All right, ready to go? Ready to go?
It'll be the Celtics off the tip. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the floor for Boston, Andrews in at point guard. Horford is out there with Jerebko. Then there's Brown, and it's Young in at the 2 guard. Well, the Magic in past famously losing superstar big men like Dwight Howard and Shaquille O'Neal. They've got some young talent, but do they have the star talent? They need to be great.
And you know what, Kevin? I think they can be really good, but I'm not sure they have that real foundational superstar player. Very few teams do, quite honestly. Still, for a team that hasn't had a winning season over 5 years, I think just winning ball games becomes the most important thing.
Fournier dishes to Green. And the shot no good, a bit short. Magic on defense. Defeated by the Wizards in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Let's go.
And talk about a team that just never seemed to get into a rhythm offensively. It was just an ugly game to watch.
Yeah, that's an understatement. I mean, they didn't appear to have any kind of cohesiveness in terms of game plan. And they never figured out how to attack the defense in that one.
6 to shoot. Here's Vucevic. Drops it in from 14 feet away.
And Vucevic not lacking for confidence at all. I mean, he has no problem popping the J once he gets the ball.
Andrews. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. One thing you know is going to happen with Orange Juice is they are going to have a lot of fun out there. They definitely know how to play with a flair.
And they really seem to have just a genuinely good time playing with one another. There's just an extra hop in the step of both Prez and Young when they're on the floor. Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Well, I tell you, that really sets a bad tone, especially this early. I mean, I'd rather see him commit a hard foul than give him an easy 2 like that. Show that you're willing to protect the basket. Make them earn it at least.
And we talk so much about Orange Juice and the bond they form, but Prez and Denver Levins also very close on the team.
And Levins might not see the floor a lot, but he does a great job of keeping the mood loose and light for this team. That means a lot over the course of an entire NBA season. And just awesome speed from Brown, blasting off towards the bucket and slamming it down.
Picked by Vucevic. And Fournier kicks to Vucevic. He gets it in there. Vucevic has got 8 points.
And he's really been working to get those looks, and it's starting to pay off here early on.
And a 6'7" swingman out of France, Evan Fournier played 3 years professionally in his home country.
Yeah, and guys, from a young age, he was the go-to scorer for his team. He wasn't shy about demanding the ball from his teammates, actually relished that role. That confidence has served him well as an NBA player.
And he gets it again. Shot good from Andrews. 10 points for him.
Man, I like to see Prez get aggressive inside. Really determined to score when he gets that close to the rim.
Shots good from Young.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Orlando making some changes. Biyombo is checked in for Vucevic. Jody Meeks comes in for Evan Fournier. And DJ Orlando also making some changes. Vucevic, he's checked in for Ibaka. Fournier comes in for Jeff Green. And it's Watson in for Augustine. And a new group in for the Celtics. Jerebko's checked in for Horford. Brown comes in for Avery Bradley. Young's checked in for Smart. And Prez is subbed in for Isaiah Thomas. On the floor for Boston, Yarebko at the 4, Olynyk at the 5. Young is out there with Prez, and it's Brown in at the 3 slot. Fournier, that's for 2. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down.
Ooh, that is a tough shot.
And again, the basket from Andrews. Prez has got the lead up to 11 now for the Celtics.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key. They're getting point-blank looks time and time again.
And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for Boston?
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
You know, adding on to that, they've done a great job of challenging and changing shots in this first half, and they've gotten some blocks as well.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, we know Mario Hezonja is a sharpshooter out of Croatia, and some say he was the cockiest player from that 2015 draft class. He once said, "I've never had respect to anybody on a basketball court. I don't care. Whether it's a veteran or a young player standing in front of me, I always have the same goal. I want to run over everybody." Kevin?
What a quote. He is not shy. Thanks, D.A. And the Magic making a change here. Payton's checked in.
And you got to admire the attitude of Prez, staying with his shot despite the D being all over.
A chance here to assess what parts of the floor the attempts have been coming from as we look at the shot chart for the Magic.
And you see not a lot of corner threes. The defense doing a good job of closing out and denying those shorter distance triples. That's what the smart teams have to do.
Here's Meeks.
And what you like there is Young's energy, willing himself to get into the peripheral of the shooter. A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Meeks outside. Another miss by Orlando.
And, you know, you can feel the desperation right now. They're starting to lose their composure offensively.
Yeah, it's palpable, Greg. I mean, clearly you can see the frustration. And it's understandable. I mean, right now they're on the wrong side of a big run.
Here's the screen. Now here's Payton, covered by Andrews. 6 on the shot clock. Fournier passes to Vucevic. And Nikola Vucevic averaging a double-double over the last 4 seasons, and yet there are some questions about how those numbers translate in the win-loss column.
Well, you know, he's not especially quick or explosive, and he is big and strong and takes advantage of those attributes. The league seems to be going away from the slower.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Celtics lead by 18. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks. Coach, what's stopped you from getting what you want?
Well, they're just a great defensive team. You know, we're not handling our pressure well enough. We're trying to work it inside. They're fronting, and we got to execute our counters.
Yeah, all 5 guys have to get involved. Thanks very much, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Good work, guys. Bring it in. Have a seat. Listen up. We have these guys back on their heels, and now they're playing like they're desperate. You just do what you've been doing, and it's smooth sailing. Let's go. Come on.
Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. We're seeing a tremendous game from Prez.
Yeah, how about that first half? He's already scored more points than he averages on the season.
Yeah, he's on pace for a monster game. It's too bad he can't score like this every night.
Ibaka is the 4 with Vucevic in the middle. The guard tandem is Payton and Fournier. And it's Green in at the small forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic.
And Nikola Vucevic, born to play the game. Both of his parents played professionally. They met in a gym. And his father played in Europe for 24 years, so you can't run away from the DNA.
He hits the second from the line. And Vucevic, with that basketball upbringing, guys, you see that in his skill level, don't you?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he can score on the block over either shoulder. He can step out and make the face-up jump shot as well. He's a good passer. Offensively, there's not much he can't do as a big guy.
Ball's knocked loose. Here's Andrews. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Prez has got 24.
And the lead's not getting any smaller. Just an incredibly well-rounded performance here on the road.
And how good a feeling is that for this team to dominate the way they did in front of a hostile crowd? That is a satisfying feeling for the victors. They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
Fires from 18. And there's Brown. That's good on the assist by Horford. 8 points for Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Horford, soft touch off the glass. Horford's got 8 points.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Here's Payton. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence.
Well, come on now. You're better than that. Keep it up, boys.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
Orlando making some changes. Biyombo checks in for Vucevic, and it's Jody Meeks in for Green. And the Celtics also making a change. Olynyk's checked in.
Well, I think the postgame of Payton catches defenders off guard. I mean, he's got a lot of moves down there.
And the basket by Olynyk. Olynyk's got his first 2 points of the night.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
And Ibaka kicks to Payton. To the inside, Brown, and finished off by Brown.
And all of a sudden, you can see the confidence overflowing offensively.
Getting everything to drop and at an ideal time. I mean, they're poised for a terrific crunch time run here.
Fournier against Brown, and taken away by Brown. Goes up, and then Brown with the dunk.
And Brown is so aggressive, a masterful penetrator who abuses defenders on the drive.
Now here's Payton, guarded closely. He feeds it to Fournier. Inside, here's Biyombo. Clock is at 3. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
The Magic have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. And Meeks kicks to Payton. Dishes it to Ibaka. It's Fournier on the wing. A step-back shot here. The rebound by Young.
I love the anticipation defensively there to get into the perfect spot. And it's easy to admire Prez, a gifted player with a tremendous drive to be as good as he can possibly be.
The Celtics shooting their first free throws of the night right here. That free throw, no good. Orlando making some changes. Zimmerman, he's checked in for Ibaka. Watson comes in for Fournier. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Payton. And then for Boston, Bradley comes in for Brown. And it's Isaiah Thomas in for Al Horford. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Now here is Augustine. 6 points for him. Kicks it to Meeks to end the drought. Trains the three-pointer. And at the end of the third... And meanwhile, Frank Vogel talking to his team.
Look, they can't guard great passing. They're passing the ball great to start. We got to do that.
Preaching ball movement. Frank Vogel likes what he's seeing so far.
Yeah, and
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. And then for Boston. Young's checked in for Urebko. Marcus Smart comes in for Terry Rozier. And Prez is subbed in for Levens. On the floor for Boston, Andrews. He's in at the point. Young is out there with Young. Then it's Olynyk, and it's Smart in at the two spot.
It would be this easy.
Incredible offense from Prez, showing you why he's so highly respected.
Screened by Ibaka. It's stolen by Prez. And now the fast break. Prez with the ball. Here's Young. Here's Andrews. A terrific shot on the turnaround. Prez has got 29. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Celtics.
defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they've forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it, just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Celtics.
This was a physical game.
Yeah, I mean, they were aware of the rotations defensively and were able to attack the rim.
And so they'll stretch their victory total to 19 on the season.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
Greg, I don't think it'll play out quite that simply, though. The team coming out on the losing end of game 1 is just that much more motivated to get even in game 2 and 3. So I think the edge goes to the losing team.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Prez. He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again.
It's stolen by Vucevic. Green against Young. Knocks it loose. Unable to get that one. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
Woo-hoo, boy, it was 2 of you out there. You were everywhere.
I don't know what to say, man. I've been watching you on defense.
Woo, been turning it up.
I can't turn it up, man. I can't help it.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thanks, Kev. And now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan player of the game, Prez. He took on the scoring load in the second quarter practically all by himself. Time and time again, his aggressiveness paid huge dividends.
He shot efficiently tonight. I mean, wow. Like, some nights when you shoot 50%, guys are jumping around the locker room excited. But 60%? To shoot at that level is remarkable.
I have to give a big nod to the impact he had through his defense. We know he can turn it up on D when he needs to, but tonight he turned it all the way up. Wow.
And that is a wrap, everybody. Thanks for joining us this evening. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, the entire 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. See you again soon.
Got to talk to Coach about that one, I guess. Next question.
Prez, the team seems to be playing well. You're playing well. Can you elaborate on the team chemistry?
I like it. No, I'm playing. Look, we all get along really well, and I think it's finally beginning to show on the court. I mean, we still have a long way to go, obviously, but we all have the same goals. So,
yeah. Hey, Dr. Fishman, Donnie McGillicuddy here from the Brass Press. One question. Your shoes, the odor coming from them, is that some sort of garlic, or are you like making some sort of weird experiment with the fetus in your shoe to make a super Prez or something?
Yeah, no, it's actually a contagious bacterial strain that scientists have found that originated from my teammate Denver. And when I found that out, I was like, I am not surprised because this man has some claws.
We're talking about
his feet are
the rookie Denver, the super sexy one who everybody loves and more than Prez?
No, different Denver. This is a Denver from Seattle, if you can believe it. I mean, really strange cat. Funny, but.
So we all agree that Denver is better than Prez here.
I don't think.
Thank you, man. I'll write that down for the brass. Thank you guys.
Next question.
All right, that's my dog, though. Hey, keep killing it. Keep killing it.